Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Valentine Lister, and this is my series on the minor arcana for the suit of Pentacles. And today we're going to be covering the Four of Pentacles, and I'm going to tell you everything you need to know about this card, the secret symbolism that even a lot of experienced tarot card readers don't necessarily know about, the astrology of the card, which ties heavily into the meaning. We go into the numerology, the color symbolism, as well as the upright and the reverse meaning. So you're going to get to know this guy really well. For those of you who don't know me yet, again, my name is Valentine Lister, and I'm a professional astrologer and tarot card reader extraordinaire. I also consider myself a YouTuber, and I love to make videos on this channel about tarot, astrology, and any other spiritual practices that I think you guys need to know about because I think they're super cool, super helpful, and amazing. So if you want to get to know more about me, you can go to my website, valentinelister.com. And without further ado, let's get into the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so the Four of Pentacles. So I gave this card a little nickname to introduce you to it, to help you to get to know it and remember it. And I like to call this card, It's All Mine. Okay, so I'm going to get right into the rulers of this card, which will help you understand the meaning of the card because it really does tie a lot into it, even in the imagery. So this card, the Four of Pentacles here, is associated with the sun in Capricorn. So again, I'm introducing a new way to think about how to understand this, right? And the planets and the zodiac signs, how this all connects together with the minor arcana. And so you can think of the card here on the left is like a god or goddess, and they are in the home or the domicile of the other card. So like the house of the card, they have to hang out here, they have to do their thing, get their thing done. So we have the sun represented by the sun card. That's pretty easy to remember, is in the home, is hanging out in the home of Capricorn, and they have to do their sunny thing, like being themselves, being bright, and like illuminating the world, and being optimistic and truthful in the home of sinister Capricorn, who's like getting down and dirty with those earthly desires, is a Saturn ruled sign, and so is associated with like kind of restriction, like the restriction of the life forces, but also very earthy and grounded, and like wants to experience pleasure or desire. And so how would that look like if the sun is hanging out like in the devil's home? It's gonna look a lot like the Four of Pentacles here, which is the card that represents everyday life, right? We have these gods or goddesses doing their zodiac thing, but how is that actually gonna look for us? It's gonna look like the Four of Pentacles. Also, for my astrologer friends, this card is associated with the third decan of Capricorn. So that means those last 10 degrees of Capricorn. And before I move on to the hidden symbolism, just want to let you guys know that if you want this all written down for you, like you want to like have a written resource where you can just like have a quick reference to look at like what zodiac signs or planets are associated with the cards, I have it written down for you. It's called the Tarot and Astrology Cheat Sheet. And you can get that in the link in the description below underneath the timestamps. I'll put it for you down here where this little like thingy popped up here. Oh, no, go a little bit further in the description to get it. Thanks, guys. Okay, so the hidden symbolism of this card. So for the minor arcana, I like to keep these cards up, as you know, because a lot of times this symbolism in the major arcana cards shows up in the minor arcana cards. I like to see how the rulers show up in the Four of Pentacles. So first, the similarity between the rulers and the card that I notice is these four pentacles here that this guy, this little sun in Capricorn, is holding. And if you remember, the pentacles mean protection in the physical realm. You could think of the star as the five senses, or we could think of the four elements on the side with spirit on the top. And if you go back to the sun card, you can remember that we had also four really bright circly things, these four sunflowers here. And if you remember from the Sun card, the flowers represent the four elements, and they're inspired to reach up freely towards this child here for the light. The sunflowers are reaching to the child instead of the sun in order to grow and thrive. And so in the Four of Pentacles, this guy is embracing these four elements, but he's not letting them flow freely. Oh, no, no, no. He's holding them down real tight. He is trapping them. Just like similarly, like how the chains are holding the people in the Devil card. So he's got the light here. He's got these sunny elements, this money, maybe even the pentacles could represent money or possessions or resources that are going to grow, but he's not letting these like grow freely in a garden. Oh, no, no, no. He's chaining these pentacles down like in Capricorn. So there we can see like even this right there, the combination of like how the sun is going to do his thing. He's going to have the light, but he's going to hold on to it pretty tight, and the light is going to relate to physical or earthy resources. And which do have life in them, right? Especially if we're talking about earthy things like plants or flowers or things. So next, this guy is wearing red, which looks a lot like this red flag from the Sun card. And this flag in the Sun card had represented having control over our subconscious desires. And so the guy in the Four of Pentacles is actually wearing the flag of subconscious desires. And he's wearing a black shawl over them, just like this black room in the Devil. Meaning that, remember that black represents protection, which I'll go, I'm going to get into the color symbolism. So if you don't know yet, black represents protection, but it means he's protecting these hidden desires, these subconscious desires. He wants them. He embraces them. He's okay with them, just like the sun is okay with themselves, right? But he's holding them close to him. He's protecting them, and they're almost even like hidden under this shawl versus the sun, who's like, everything's out here, see me. But Capricorn is kind of like all about hiding and things in secret. So Capricorn, like, again, being okay with these desires, but there's this element that they're protected or hidden. Maybe people close to them know about their hidden desires the most, but it's not necessarily like on display for every single person to see. And so also it's like this guy loves his desires, right? He's chained to them voluntarily, just like this man and woman are voluntarily chained to these desires, like physical resources and pleasures and like the carnal nature. Like they can get out of these chains really easily. They're voluntarily there. And the other thing I wanted to mention before getting into the color symbolism is that this guy here, Sun in Capricorn, is wearing a crown which looks like a king. So remember from the Sun card, the sun also is associated with kings and leaving a legacy. In the Sun card, the crown represents perfect mastery over the soul. And so in the Four of Pentacles, what this means, right? He has a crown too, but he has a pentacle in it. So the sun in Capricorn represents perfect mastery over the physical realm. Okay, so let's get into the color symbolism. Big on this one because sometimes we blank out on the meanings, but if you know the colors are the same in every card, so you can start reading the colors until everything starts clicking for you. So I did mention black. Black represents banishing, protection, and wisdom, but wisdom of like these darker or restrictive aspects of life, even like wisdom of death. And then we have yellow, sunny yellow, which represents the soul, creativity, optimism, and enthusiasm. Then we have a ton of gray here in this card, and gray represents the mixing of black and white because there's wisdom in the gray. Then we have red, and remember that it represents desire, passion, vitality, and courage. And we can even think like these subconscious desires for this card. And And this guy, he's not all hard-headed. He has light blue here on the bottom, and that represents serenity, mental clarity, and compassion. So there is this compassionate, this very secret, like below the surface, compassionate energy to this sun in Capricorn. Okay, so the numerology of this card. So this card is associated with the number 4, and 4 is the square, which is associated, it's the nature of Mars. So 4s represent foundation, putting things into structure, work, and action. It can represent struggle, conflict, and toil, law and order, the 4 elements, or the 4 seasons. Okay, so the upright meaning of this card. So if you get this card upright, it could mean doing the work to create physical security and stability. Being there for others to meet their basic needs. So it's not really this like touchy-feely energy, as earth energy can be really harsh and hard. So for example, on days I've gotten this card, I've been like extra judgmental and definitely like more on like tough love mode. So like, my husband's like telling me he's tired and I'm like, you need to push through and get things done because we have like kids here to take care of. We have 3. So suck it up, buttercup. Okay. So, and also another example is like, I got this card on my daughter's birthday. Oh, that's an example like with my husband where it was like toughen up. So I got it on my daughter's birthday. I'm cooking, I'm cleaning, organizing, like getting decorations ready. And he's telling me he's tired. And I'm like, too bad, so sad. Like you need to push through because we have a party. Like this is not the day to just like, get in bed and sleep all day. But in general, this card shows mostly nurturing in a physical way. Like it's not necessarily like that tough love energy, although it could be. So if other examples for this card is like, I usually like cook for my family or make a meal that they request. Like when I get it, usually they'll be like, I really am in the mood for this. And I'm like, no problem. Let me make it for you. And but there is still like that little bit, like it's like this nurturing energy, like I'll do stuff for you, I'll cook for you, I'll clean, but there's still like this harshness of like being judgmental too. Like when I get this card, I feel like other people are being judgmental of me. Like it could be in my head, I don't know, but that's like the energy of this card. When I get it, it's like I'll get your needs met, but yeah, I'm not going to give you a hug and like toughen up. And so I mentioned like when I get this card, that means I keep a tarot journal, which I strongly recommend for you guys if you really want to know the cards well, starting a journal and writing down your observations when you get this card, when you get every card, is going to really be helpful for you in your daily practice. So I'll put a link to that video up here to get you started. Okay, so the reversed meaning of this card. If this card comes up reversed, it means that the energy is being blocked or avoided. So for this card, it could mean not having the energy or the resources to take care of others, or you're just too tired to take care of things. But of course, in true Capricorn style, you're going to try to do it anyway, or you're going to yell at others to take care of you. Or it could mean, hopefully, maybe taking some of these pentacles, going out and doing something fun, like taking a break and enjoying yourself. Like I'm going to take a me day, hopefully. Or it could mean like setting judgment aside. But it's still reversed. This card is still going to like keep its nature, because the funny thing that I love about this card reversed is that even reversed, this guy is holding on to the pentacles. They're not like falling. So really, really a very secure and stable card. But if this card comes out reversed, the other thing that might be is that you're doing the thing to provide for people, taking care of people's needs, but you're being like maybe extra ruthless, because we can see this pentacle might be falling off of the crown. So maybe doing things, taking care of things, but maybe in a more underhanded or like seedy, shady way, like things that, kind of like not the best way. I'm thinking even like crime or something, although most people are not committing crimes, but that's like what came to my head. So use your intuition to figure out for yourself. These are just some possibilities of what the card could mean if it comes out reversed. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed this video on the Four of Pentacles. If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified for when I release my next video. My next video in this series is going to be on the Five of Pentacles. Also, if you really enjoyed this video, you found value in it, make sure to share it out, share the wealth so that other people can get this information and find out about it. And in any case, I will see you guys soon. Love you so much. Take care. Bye. If you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified for whenever I release a new video every single week.